Good evening, everybody. Michael Soothing here, back with another ASMR. And tonight, I think what we'll talk about is gemstones and jewelry. I've always been fascinated by gems and jewelry, especially precious gems and semi-precious gems. Even when I was a kid, we'd go to those natural science museums and you'd see all those specimens. Some would light up with like a blacklight. Others would be these giant faceted, gorgeous amethysts and things. And ever since then, I've kind of been fascinated by all that. So it happens to be that I actually make some jewelry. I take agates that I found on the California coast. I put them through a tumble polish process, and then I will turn them into a pendant or something. I have a few here, but this isn't going to be our main topic. For example, I have here a nice, almost look like a moonstone agate. See that thing there? Almost looks like a moonstone. It's very pretty. Lights up. Don't know if I can get it to, there we go, in macro. You can kind of get the color there. Turn this into a magnet, see? Too big for a pendant, but things like that. Here's a green color stone. I forget the name of it, but I made one of these into a pendant. One of my daughters, like that. And, we find a lot of agates that look like this. Banded agate, what that would be called. With the camera focus on it, macro, we'll see. But that's not really what... I have a little moonstone here, I show you. Didn't find this one, of course. This is a commercially acquired one. But here's a nice agate, beach agate, called a moss agate. Got inclusions in it, sort of like amber. Not a girl named Amber, a stone named Amber. Wait, I'll hold it up close and you can see the inclusions. There we go. Alright, so, I like things like that. But what we're really going to talk about tonight is things to make jewelry out of. And I'm going to get some stuff out and show it to you on the table where you can really see it. I have some nice pieces of jewelry myself, but I don't really wear them. So I'm not really into guy jewelry, but I'm into making jewelry for women and things like that. I see it on them a lot better. Like I got this nice ruby ring. Check this out. That's a real ruby, nice big one, and worth quite a bit. Great big gold band, but it's a little too heavy for my finger, It's a little too big, see? I don't know, and it's an old style, but it's interesting. I might wear that sometime for some special occasion or something, or if I think I'm going to be in a fight, because it's got a lot of mass to it. So that would make a really good, if I got like 4 of those across all my fingers, then, got some hitting power right there. Now we're going to show you something. Spouse into vintage type jewelry. Music box gonna make a noise or two. I bought her this a long time ago. This music box in San Francisco, and inside of there's a lot of stuff, vintage jewelry stuff. But that's not, okay, be quiet now. But that's not what we're going to look at tonight. See, she has things like this. And what I'm going to talk her into this locket here, what I'm going to talk her into doing sometime is to come and talk to you about her vintage jewelry in an ASMR voice. She has a nice voice, but if she won't do it, if she's camera shy, then I'll get my daughter to do it, because my daughter has a very soothing voice. In fact, I was just telling her, I said, daughter of mine, if you did ASMR videos, you would have 1 million subscribers, okay? So she's thinking about being a guest on our site sometime. And we have a couple ideas. She happens to be a vocalist, a very, very good one, who's a soprano. So, and I have another daughter who's an artist, and we're going to do something on her artwork sometime. But meanwhile, let's just get on with looking at some of the gems and jewelry we were going to look at tonight. And then we'll come back another day, maybe do a part 2 with the vintage jewelry. Get one of the females to guest host. All right, on with the show. Well, let's start with, this is a pendant that I made and did wire wrapping on. And what it is, this is actually petrified wood of a variety I find locally here in the Santa Cruz area, not far from the Santa Cruz coastal area, California. It takes a real nice polish. Don't know if you can see the polish very good or not. And this up here is a lemon quartz right there. See? Lemon quartz. So this also I made a matching, after I gave this, she said, I want matching earrings. So I had to get busy and find some more. And I had to make her some matching earrings to go with that. So those are the matching earrings you can see right there. And these things are, take a really nice polish, and they're quite hard, you know. Can't really damage them once you've got them all nicely polished up and everything. But that happens to be, those happen to be petrified wood. So what else? I've made quite a lot of different types of jewelry. And experimenting, you know. I haven't been doing it very long. Don't write me and say, sell me some of that stuff, because I don't really have time to get into the jewelry. But this here is goldstone. And I wire wrapped that one, as you can see, also. Now, I kind of like how it turned out a little bit. Now, a lot of people think that goldstone is a natural stone, but it actually isn't. It's actually an artificial stone. I'm going to move this out of the way because we're going to want some of the nice sounds of the stuff that we have here for an ASMR video. So we're going to get out some of the other things that I made. Anyway, was I talking about goldstone? Goldstone is actually a type of silica, and they learned how to make it, and it's got little flakes of copper and things in it, and they learned how to make it back in the 1700s. And you put it in a reducing atmosphere and heat it way up. That's how you make goldstone. So here's a pendant that I wire wrap. This is jade right here, this one. And I find this piece of jade myself. Not jade, I'm sorry, jasper. There is a type of California jade that I'll show you a little later. In fact, there's a little piece of it on this bracelet that I make. Right here, it's called California jade. That's kind of a not a very green version, that one. It's got some jaspers on here too. So we also have in here, this is kind of like a butterscotch jasper, this one. I just put that one on a finding, you know. I think this is translucent. It's quite beautiful. Let's see if you can see the colors. Yeah, you can see the colors of that one a little bit. So that one is like a butterscotch jasper. So we'll put these ones back. if I get too many things in one bag, they get all mixed up and all tangled up. I can never get them undone again. So I can't put too many things in one bag. So we'll put these back like that. And see what else we have here. Get that out of the way. This is, I've got here a very early crude attempt at wire wrap. I think it's the first one I ever did. And it's got a leather thing on here. And that's an Amazonite. I didn't find that myself, but I did tumble it to get it smooth and a little bit more shiny. And I did the wire wrap on it. Amazonite. Amazonite comes from Brazil, but not from the Amazon jungle. So it's a little misleading. And not from the Amazon River region. But for some reason they name it that. It got that reputation. And here's another one. I did find this piece and tumble it myself. Found it on the California coast. And this is a piece, again, of a very interesting type of jasper that's banded. See? And I do some wraps on that. And if you look real close, I've got some lemon quartz gemstones that I put in there, up in these little wire wrap regions here. Don't know if you can see that good, but so we have that one. Let's see what else we got here. What we have here is some earrings that are made out of kind of a California. Let's see, that's actually still just a jasper type. And these are some little labradites. I didn't find those labradites, but I did make the earrings. I put them on the little posts and everything. Those aren't very exciting, I don't think. We'll put those away in there. You know, I love gems and gemstone. And I like to fool around with making it, because someday when I'm retired, I think I'm going to make this kind of stuff. And, you know, it'll just be an interesting hobby. Certainly women like it. Maybe someone can tell me what this is. This is a natural stone, but I don't remember the variety. And when it's polished, it has that great metallic, purplish, bluish, aquamarine sort of sheen to it. And it also has a little druzy crystal, this particular one. You can see, if I shine it just right, you'll see some druzy crystals in there, shining down in there. I'm going to make this into a pendant, doing a wire wrap. What do you think? I think that would make a nice, you know, the back's not exciting, not polished, but nice color though. So we have that one. And we have some others here. And like this one is a really interesting, different colors of type of jasper. You can see here. All different colors. I gotta close the window so I don't hear cars going by. It's not gonna be soothing to you if you're just hearing cars all the time. So let's put this on pause for a second. Alright, we're back. So let's see, we got some more earrings here. You know, those kind of glow, have a nice glow to them. And we got more earrings. Over here I have, this is another different color of jasper. I can kind of show you the colors if I get it up closer. Got some nice different greens and brown. Here's one that I haven't made anything out of it yet, but it's a nice piece of amethyst, okay? Now, of course, I didn't find this amethyst. This one I bought as a cabochon already polished. So we'll turn that into some kind of a nice pendant. A little bit heavy. This is for a woman who wants a heavier pendant, I think. Put that down there. And this is a type of, almost a type of agate. You can see it's got some different reddish colors. Jasper. And this looks like something from a different planet, but it takes a nice polish. You know, it kind of looks like one of the moons of Jupiter or something. So this one is kind of a tiger looking little piece. I remember when I found this, I liked it down at the ocean when I find it. Don't know if you can see the tiger bands very well. Let's see if we could get the light a different way. You can kind of see them. Alright, so I'll put all this stuff back over here. Get it out of the way for now. And, well, here's one. I like this. This is a very nice agate. And it's almost a, it almost borders on being a carnelian type agate, but not quite. See, it's got some interesting sort of golden color to it. I think the way I'm lighting it up, it's going to be too bright for you. Hopefully not. Put that back. I'll show you a couple more, and then we'll start looking at gems and gemstone. This has some good colors, I think. Different colors to it. They're interesting. Let's see how close up this thing can focus. Not quite that close, I guess. Alright. I'll put all these back for a minute. And I'll show you some gems and things that I want to do something with them. And I haven't decided quite what yet. So put all this back in here to our little, I have little boxes and things everywhere where I keep all this stuff, you know. Keep everything in these boxes. That way it can get all tangled up and I can spend hours and hours trying to untangle it. You know what I mean? Actually, I'm going to try to find some little containers or baggies or something like that to try to separate this stuff out so we don't have that problem. I'll put this aside. Put that one back. What else we got here? Oh, here's a nice little, I've got a nice little amethyst here. Let's see if you can see that nice little amethyst right there. So of course I didn't find this and cut it, okay? This one I purchased, but I did, you know, attach it to the little bezel thing and the chain and all. I like to buy raw gems, and you get them very inexpensively, you know, and then make something out of them. What's in here? Oh, I'm going to show you a couple of pieces of California jade that I found at the ocean. This is kind of a light color, and the color doesn't show up so good here, but I think you can kind of see it. Yeah, it's not going to show up so good in the camera. It's more green in person, and but I'm going to show you some raw ones that I haven't tumbled yet, and see what you think about those. Here's one that I turn into I just put it in a fixture here. I tumbled this one, and you know, you can kind of see it's a nice sort of translucent piece of California jade right there. From this end it just looks greenish. Doesn't look translucent. So we'll put those back. That. And I'll show you some of the better stuff here's another nice agate that I found. And I tumble it with a rock tumbler and get it nice and polished. And let's see if you can see this up close or not. I don't know if you'll be able to. We'll light it from top side, and we'll light it from side and bottom. Anyway, those aren't flaws, those are inclusions in there. Sort of like what you see with amber, you know. Amber the stone, not Amber the girl, okay? Although Amber the girl might have inclusions too, I don't really know. I have to get to know her better before I can tell you. Alright, we'll put that over there. I have a box here. And this box has a lot of different kinds of things in it. I think the easiest way to do this is I think we're going to have to put this plate back here. Chinette. I don't want to put a real porcelain plate or something out here, and I think you know why. It would be very loud and annoying if I drop things on it. And this plate is nice and quiet, and that's what we want for an ASMR video. Don't want a lot of loud racket for you. So here we have some amethysts and labradites. If I can get them out of their little package. And these are nice earring size, I think. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Where's my flashlight? Maybe turn them into earrings eventually. And let's get them up close. Just a couple of nice little, very beautiful little gems there. And some nice little amethysts, okay? So, in case you haven't guessed, I'm still childlike when it comes to gems and jewels. You know, when I was a small kid, not real small, grandparents took me to the Smithsonian, and we also had a museum in LA where I grew up, where I'm happy to no longer live because I couldn't take the smog. And I saw the gem displays there, and it fascinated me. Here's some other nice amethysts. I'm going to find something to do with those. Let's just put all this stuff out here and play with it all. Can we do that? You know when you're a kid and you used to get all your stuff and play with it? Now as an adult, I get to get all these gems. I go to a special gem show, get this stuff really inexpensively. Haven't been for quite a few years, but here's some little rhodolites, you know. They look a little like rubies. But I'd have to put them out on the plate to show you. These are aquamarines right here. And of course you can see there's an amethyst and a garnet hanging around in there too. Let's light these from the top. Look a little better that way. And then a whole bunch of little aquamarine, which happen to be my birthstone, as a matter of fact. So I like those. And I just got a bezel and turned a mercury dime into a, you know, into a nice pendant there. But that's kind of off topic, which of course happens to me frequently. These are some larger labradite and amethyst. So put those there, kind of pretty. Actually, I think we better put those back. And we got a lot of different cabochon labradite here. Let's take a look at these. I'm going to get this stuff all mixed up. I think I'm going to get it all mixed up. So, what do you think? Those are some nice labradites, all different sizes of cabochon there. And they have kind of a nice look to them. So, I like those labradites, but I have no idea what I'm going to do with them yet. The first thing I'm going to do with them is put them all back in this little bag right here, so they don't all get away. Alright. And I think we better put these squirrely little amethysts back. These bluish labradite. If I put these away after we look at them, then we won't keep looking at the same thing. Here we have some little imperial topaz, that's called. And those are kind of nice, kind of pretty. Imperial topaz. And oh, these are some more little agates that I was going to turn into small earrings or pendants, jaspers that I found, that I've tumbled. More labradites. Here we have some nice garnets. Let's take a look at these garnets. And they have a rich red color. They always remind me of like royalty or something, you know, putting them in the crowns and stuff like that. So I like garnet. Don't know what I'm going to do with them, but we'll see. Put all them back. Hopefully none get away. And then we'll take a look at a couple more varieties. Then we'll look at some bigger stones. Alright. Those are more rhodolites right there. Very small. This would be for like a project where I just want to have some real gems, tiny little gems, like in little eyes of something or something like that. Someday I'm going to start doing some different kind of sculpture projects and things. Of course you have your always popular, if you like green, peridot we see there. And I like peridots. I think they have a nice color to them. So, we'll look at them peridots. I think those are kind of cool. Rich green color to them. And here we have some actual, let's put the peridot away first before I show you what we have next. I think I need a special little tool or something for this. No, I didn't call myself a tool. I said we need a special tool. I have been called that once or twice in my life, though. Alright. These are actual emeralds. Let me get them face up so you can see them. They're kind of nice, huh? Yeah, some actual genuine emeralds right there. Don't know. I guess those will have to be earrings. They're too small for a pendant. So, where's my emerald bag? Here it is. I'll put them back. Emerald. And look at some of the, this is lemon quartz. What do you think about those? A little bit of lemon quartz. And we got some larger labradites here. Those are almost big enough for a pendant, but not quite. I don't think you can really see them unless I take them out of this little baggie. This little baggie that I can't get open. See, women have fingernails, so they have an advantage. And yeah, they're not super colorful, but they're still pretty nice. If we illuminate them from different directions, maybe you can see some of the colors on them. I don't know. Anyway, a couple of labradites, and what else is here? Lemon quartz, more lemons. The fruit of the poor lemon is impossible to eat, according to Peter, Paul, and Mary. And these are actually aquamarines, more aquamarines. I think I'm going to leave those in their little baggie for obvious reasons. And I think you know what those reasons are. It would take me forever to pick up all those little buggers if I... So we'll put those over there. We have, whoops, we have another nice amethyst there. Emerald cut. We have here some actual, speaking of emerald cut, these are real small emeralds, genuine emeralds. Again, I use those in projects, things that people would not expect a genuine emerald to be in, just to shock them, you know. Here's some nice teardrop shape amethyst right there. And again, I don't think you can see the real color of them on this video, but nonetheless, you get the idea. I like to play. I'm having a good time. I haven't played around with these gems in a long time. So I'm glad we did this right now. It looks like I got a couple of cabicons here. Is it cabochon or is it cabicon? Maybe someone can tell me, because I'm not really sure. And I don't hang around with jewelers. I just kind of do all this as a hobby. So what do we got here? That's interesting. I don't think you can see the streaks and stuff. I can't light it properly for you. Maybe if I show it up like that. But here we have a tiger eye. So that's kind of cool. Do something with that. And, alright, so that's a lot of that stuff. But I wanted to show you, I have a box. And it has jewels and things and stuff in it that I have already made or that I want to make. But first, we'll put this aside. Oh, I was going to show you. And I have another video about the agates that I find on the California coast. And then I tumble them through a 5-step process. What are all these little gems doing? Oh, I have some sapphires here. See how easily I get distracted and off topic? There's some nice little sapphires. Let me do something with those. Yeah, genuine sapphire. Put that away. So as I was saying, I have some lots and lots of agates that I've tumbled and things like that, jaspers. But I take some of the smaller ones that have good colors and I save them out in this little jar right here. And the reason I save these out in this little jar is because they have the potential to become wire wrap pendants. And so, I have big jars of larger ones, lots and lots of them. I show you in a different video. Or if I didn't, I eventually will. I know I showed you some. But these, I wanted to just show you the colors of them if they're backlit, and why I want to turn some of them into pendants. Now all of these, I have not purchased any of these. These I found, every single one, on the coast during my semi-precious stone hunting trips. And so I'm kind of proud of this little collection here. And let me show you the colors of them a little better. Why I would like to turn some of these into pendants, for example. So I want to show you, look at that. When you backlight that, it's got some beautiful greens and things. I don't know if you can see the real color that I can see. We'll hold it up real close and see. Isn't that something? And that's called a moss agate, because it looks like it has moss embedded in it. I'm going to turn that into a pendant someday with gold wire wrap. And a lot of these other ones are translucent. You can see if they're too translucent, it's really hard for me to light them for you, because they get overdriven by the light. But you can get the idea. Some of them are opaque, but they have nice color, like this red jasper here. For example, we got a lot of different kinds of jaspers here. And do I have any? I think I have a carnelian here. Yep. Found this carnelian, and it's quite beautiful. This is pendant material. Let's take a look at this. See if you can see the colors of that guy. It's not showing up rich the way I would like you to see it. For me, it looks fiery, dark red. But in this video, the camera doesn't quite capture that. That's okay. Let's see, can we light it a different way? No, we're not gonna quite capture the color, but you get the idea. Here's a very rare agate. That's why I was happy to find it, because it's a kind of a pink color. And again, I don't think I can get the color to capture. Let me turn my side light off and see if that helps. I get this side light over here, making things kind of bright. And if we turn that off, maybe that will change how the camera focus a little bit. And there's a piece of California jade right there. And it's a nice greenish color. Let's see what this is. Did we show you? No, we showed you the other moss agate. Here's another piece of moss agate. Would make a nice pendant right there. What do you think? I like that one. Yeah, here's a nice piece of normal agate, more of an orange. I like this one because it's got a variety of colors. If you look from the top side, you can see it's got some orange and brown and various things. But then if we backlight it, it becomes pretty impressive. So it's another one that might make good pendant material. And oh, this is a real fiery piece of carnelian. Yeah, I'm just not capturing the color. Just not capturing the color. That's okay. Too much of a perfectionist. I'm gonna have to find a different lighting source. And maybe some of you ASMR expert videographers can tell me. This is a jasper, so it's not translucent, but it has some nice green and yellow color to it. Oh, and this, that's just a piece of beach glass. It's got a nice bluish tint. Somehow got mixed in and tumbled with the rocks, with the semi-precious stones. Jaspers like this I kind of like. A brown and white. Let's see if there's anything else interesting here to show you. Something just crashed over there. We'll fix it later. That's kind of a brownish jasper. Anyway, here's one that would become a pendant maybe sometime, you know. It's got dark on this side and then clear agate underneath. So you get the idea. I'll show you all of these, show you the colors. And been on quite a few trips to the coast when we get a chance. Go to the coast and look for all these different things. I have giant jars of these things. Alright, so that's not the only thing I wanted to show you today. I still have something else. And that is, oh, by the way, I told you I was going to show you the goldstone up close, so there it is. Okay? Goldstone. Not a natural stone, though. Let's light it up. The camera doesn't want to focus. We'll get it back a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so if somebody tells you goldstone is natural, you can tell them, hey, I know better than that. Which is Mikey Soothing told me otherwise. I don't know why these little oh, these are rubies. These are actual rubies. Let me show you up close. Yeah, they don't want to focus. But we'll put those away. We're going to put these, do you think we can get these in this jar without making a huge racket? I'm going to try. I think it's going to be kind of loud. Maybe I'll do this later. Because if I'm putting you to sleep, then I don't want to wake you up again by making this really, really loud. So, you know, let's just do that later. But don't make a huge racket for you. It's kind of soothing when they're in the jar. It's kind of soothing to hear them, but not so much when you're pouring them in the jar. So we'll move those aside. Put those over there. And I'll show you the next thing. And what is the next thing? The next thing I wanted to show you is this box here. Now, in this box, I have some things that I've purchased, and I want to turn them into nice pieces of jewelry for some of the females I know. But first, before we discuss it, it's time for a sip of water. Don't want to be dehydrated when I'm doing my ASMR. You know, I can kind of listen to the bottle cap going on and off there. I like that sound. What do you think? Maybe I'm just weird. There is no weird in ASMR, is there? It's whatever soothes you. That's what I like about ASMR. Nobody's judging you about it, you know? Everyone who doesn't understand it, of course, thinks that we're all crazy. But what do they know, right? What we have here is we have a Botswana agate. No, I didn't find this one. That's why it's from Botswana. But I did put it into the setting. As you can see, it's a nice blue color. Again, I'm overdriving the camera. If I could get it from an angle, there we go. Nice blue. Botswana agate. So I'll give that to somebody sometime. And here I have an agate that's very interesting too. What else we got in here? Of course, I think most of you women, most women everywhere, like this kind of thing. And what this kind of thing here is an opal. Right there. Again, don't think I can show you the color very good, but maybe. See if we can backlight that a little bit. Backlight that opal. Well, we won't get the sparkles, but maybe a little bit. Anyway, so that's on that. I put that on a chain. And then we got this looks like some carnival glass beads and things, not really gemstones. This is another Botswana agate cabochon. Put that over there. I have some findings and some chains and things like that. Here's some really nice. Let's get these out and show them to you, right? These are like true teardrop amethysts here. You can see that's a really nice teardrop cut. I'm going to make those into some earrings. This one's almost an ametrine. So I'll put those back where we got them. And here's a smaller Botswana agate that's blue that I install in this setting. Hey, I'm almost figuring out how to show you the color. There we go. I'm going to dial all this in eventually, you know. These are just settings and things I'm going to use in the future. Okay, now don't tell anybody. This one's going to be a surprise for somebody. So don't tell. I hope she doesn't watch this video. I'm going to find a way to set that nice purple amethyst in that setting, because it's going to make a real beautiful pendant. Don't you think so? I've got to figure out a good way to do it, not just use epoxy or something. I've got to use some professional technique. So I'm going to have to study up and figure out how I can go about doing that. So we'll put that back in there. That's for somebody to have a gift someday. I'm going to say, got some silver chain. What's this? This is a lemon quartz. Let's take a peek at it. Is that taped? I don't know. I'm having a hard time. I hope that's not too loud of a racket for you. You see, it's a nice lemon quartz right there. That'd make a pretty good pendant, I think, for somebody. And I wish I had a lot more time to make jewelry and to make videos, because I have a lot more videos I want to make for you, but don't have much time to make them. What do you think about this? This is a really nice big ametrine. I think that's a very impressive stone. And that's going to make a very nice pendant someday. I still haven't decided what kind of setting. If I can get really good with some very exotic wire wrap techniques, I might be willing to tackle this thing, but I don't want it to look tacky. It would have to look really, really good. So I might have to experiment on some stuff that's not quite this nice and this big. So I don't know how many carat this is, but it's a lot. 10, yeah, about 13, 14 carat, something like that. So that's a beautiful gem, ametrine. Those are the kind of gems I remember seeing when I was young and fascinated. I thought, wow. What else we got in here? Like an agate slab right there. It's kind of nice. Got that on a chain there for somebody. And here's a couple of nice amber cabicons or cabochons, depending on whether I'm setting them right or wrong. And here is a beautiful Brazil topaz. It's a Brazilian topaz. Let's see if we can show you the color somehow. Oh, there we go. I'm not going to try to get it out because it's taped up, and I'll probably mess it up. And there's a few more things down in here, but I think we've kind of covered what I wanted to go over today. So I didn't want to try to show you how to make any jewelry, maybe some other video sometime. I'll try to do demonstration of wire wrap techniques and things like that, but that's a much more complicated kind of video. And I just want to keep it simple today. Don't want to strain the brain. Just want to soothe everybody who might be watching. Some pretty stuff in here. Let's take a peek. Sort of a greenish color. No, I didn't make this, of course. You have to be a lapidary. Some kind of lapidary to make that. But it's still kind of a pretty thing. Put that back in there. Put that back. And this one. And I don't know what I had in here. Oh, this blue Botswana agate is what we had in here. We'll put that back. There we go. Get in there, you Botswana agate. Surprise for someone. Shh, don't tell them. Don't tell anybody what you found out. Rhodolites or rubies? Oh, these are rubies, not rhodolite. You can see they're slightly more red. The rhodolite is kind of pink. Yeah, you see all this tag Best in Gems. It's a place that that I take business with at a jewelry show sometime. Alright, so we got all of that. I'll put all this stuff back. These are just a whole bunch of what do you call these? It's for crafting, I figured if I ever needed to use something that wasn't genuine on a project and I wanted a specific size or color, I would just have a variety of these. But mostly I like to use genuine gems. Voice getting a little hoarse. Let's do this. Once again, I don't know where our bag went for this guy. But I suppose, is it this one? Oh, we can put it in here. This must have been it. opal pendant. And we got that in there. Alright. I have to put all this stuff back now. What I didn't show you is, maybe I'll show you before we wrap things up. Just want to play with those again for a second. A little bit like a kid in a candy store. They look kind of like candies, don't they? I guarantee you would not want to eat one, though. Alright, put that over there. I have all of these supplies. I have findings, all kind of different findings, and I have different types of wire wrap wire, and all kinds of tools, wire. See all this stuff? I don't get a chance to use it enough. I want to do a lot of projects. I don't get a chance. Too much rocket science. I think I should do early retirement so I can do what I like. Make ASMR videos and make jewelry. Send it to all you ladies out there. Just so you have something that you like, which I think most of you already do, because women always find things they like in the jewelry department. So I think that's about, oh, and then I have all of these tools, So I did a what's in my fishing bag before video. I think I should do a what's in my jewelry making tool bag. There's a ton of stuff in here. There's no way I can show it all to you right now at this moment. Look, I even have agates in here. I forgot about jaspers and agates of various kinds of bags. I have them everywhere. My house has agates. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff in here. So maybe someday we'll do a what's in my jewelry tool bag video. But for now, we'll just zip that up. And we'll be done with that. What's this? I have a box here. I don't know what's in it. Oh, silver chain and a beautiful Walking Liberty $50 from the 1940s in a bezel. I collect coins, and I thought this would be a nice one to put in a bezel, a silver bezel, with a silver chain. As you can see, I didn't give it to anybody yet, but someday I will. Alright. Well, I think I rambled on enough today, so I think we'll wrap it up, and maybe someday we'll do some more jewelry video. And if I can make one for them, I'll have them pick a color or something out of these pendant agates, and then I'll do a wire wrap pendant and send to them. What do you think? Is that a good idea? I don't know. Alright, so we'll wrap it up for now. And until next time, I hope everybody will be soothed and be peaceful and have a good night's sleep. Bye-bye.